So radio advertising is when companies purchase airtime from radio stations to try and sell their products and services to listeners. And a lot of people wonder if AM/FM radio is still relevant with the popularity of streaming, but with a surprising 83% of Americans over 12 years old listening each week, radio ads are still the number one reason over 250 million people change the station. Now, radio advertising is often described as theater of the mind, in that it appeals to the imagination, and succeeding requires believable acting and sleeping with the person in charge. But effective radio advertising is deceptively difficult to accomplish, since everyone listens while doing things that require a lot of attention, like driving. And that's why skilled marketing teams are obsessed with grabbing people's attention, since any commercial is only as good as the damage it causes the driver to inflict upon other vehicles. More specifically, at the heart of advertising is arousing interest in a product or service, then using psychology to persuade people to actually buy it. They try to make listeners associate a thought or feeling with the business, like how Kellogg wanted to associate fun with cereal by introducing Tony the Tiger, and Philip Morris wanted to associate fun with death by introducing Kooky the Cancer Stick. Now, since radio deals only with audio and no visuals, today's ads are relatively similar to the earliest ones, with several standard formats you'll recognize. There's the straight read with a simple monologue. Want to know where the bakers of the best pies get their filling? They wouldn't give away their secret, but heck, we would. Everyone from the Senate to the streets goes to Easy Breakdown's Pick Your Own, a farm owned by generations of McCaskells, specializing in berries that give pies all their red and blue pizzazz. All the other farms are green with envy, so you'll know where to turn on Interstate 42 just north of Coopersville. Look for the giant American flag made of fruit. That's Easy Breakdown's Pick Your Own, open all season long. There's the puker. Are you ready to get revved up? Easy Breakdown's got all the hottest SUVs you've been searching for. All new Honda CR-V's just $19,884. Ford Explorers $23,972. And for 2 days only. 2 days only. Come in for a test drive and leave with a powerful SUV for just half the price. There's the conversation, and these are ads where companies try to disguise the benefits of their product or service as dialogue between two people. Hey Sherry, wow, that sure is a nice lawn. Thanks, Frank. I bought it down at Easy Breakdown Lawns. Wow, Sherry, you bought your lawn? Yeah, Frank, and it was a cinch to install. Wow, Sherry, it sounds like their customer service couldn't be beat. Yeah, Frank, and so affordable too. Wow, Sherry, with pricing and selection that couldn't be beat? Yeah, Frank. Wow, Sherry, I'm heading down to Easy Breakdown Lawns immediately. The idea here is to make the selling points more palatable to the listener by couching them in dialogue, but at the same time they risk sounding insincere. And as someone who has never said anything sincere in his entire life, I must confess that these are my personal favorites. And although this type of ad has never led any humans to buy anything, they are effective at cornering the market on the highly sought-after affluent robot demographic. And there's a few others. But of course, radio advertising can feel hard to trust these days since every seller wants a buyer and will say just about anything to accomplish that. So I've made a bulletproof guide to determine whether or not a radio ad is trustworthy. Much like junior high, we want to see them rate an 8 or above, or they're not worth my time. At least that's what the 9s and 10s said to me, a 1. So things that will lose 1 point. Mentioning high quality, best selection, great service, or prices that can't be beat will each lose you a point. These qualities are already assumed by the listener. It's like saying, hey, I'm a business, I have a store, come visit me, please. You may as well get on your knees and beg, which I can tell you from experience only leads to a restraining order. Saying for all your blank needs, since cliches often make people tune out. Saying your address or phone number. Although so-called experts will correctly tell you that people will never remember a phone number from a radio ad, even if it's mentioned 12 times at the end, this doesn't apply to me personally. I will hard brake on the interstate to write down a phone number from a radio ad, especially if it puts other people in danger. But nobody else does, so minus 1 point. Discounts that are too low. And saying the W's on a website will knock you off the chart completely. So what's a good radio ad? Well, I've discovered a secret that is so good, so compelling, so insatiably irresistible that it is guaranteed to make every ad ridiculously successful. The trick is to offer me something too good to pass up. If I can take it or leave it, I'll leave it. I don't know you, my business, it's your job to make your product or service marketable. Also remember that no matter how good the ad is, the underlying product or service has to be something that people actually want. Also get an online presence before you advertise. If I can't find you online, it isn't worth my time. And last, if you don't have prior experience, under no circumstances should you ever be voicing your own radio commercial. No matter how good you think you are, it will sound like shit. Member SIPC.